Hello everyone! Welcome back to Fable, the Lost Chapters with Kadash Dan. Let's go. We were going to go see the Guildmaster out of the training room. Let's go. Well, there's about 4 or 5 different ways you could actually come out this way. And again, if you hit a whole bunch of people as a kid, they all have nice little things that they say. But you can also get in a whole lot of trouble, and that's not really worth it.
You've finally prized yourself from your pillow, I see. All right, lad. It's time to see if you've any potential. Get in the ring. Now then, I want you to hit that dummy as hard as you can. Just keep going till I tell you to stop.
Alright, so punching a dummy 7 times, not that big a deal.
Not making much of an impact there, are you? Here, try with this.
A stick! What I've always wanted. Thank you, Guildmaster. I will slay with my stick. No!
Ah, now that's more like it. When you destroy an enemy like this dummy, he drops an experience orb. These orbs contain the knowledge gained from killing the creature. It's very important that you collect these orbs, or you won't learn anything. Now pick it up.
Alright. I think this is the only game where general experience is the one that you have to pick
Well
up.
done, lad. Now then, tomorrow we'll... That's the guild alarm. Sounds like there might be something loose in the woods. This is a good opportunity to test your spirit. I'll wait for you at the guild woods entrance while you deal with the problem. Once you're done, we can talk about starting your training.
Alright, we got our first little quest. But yeah, I think in Fable 2 and 3... well, not Fable 3, but in Fable 2 at least, you have to pick up the magic and fighting orbs, but the general experience is the one that you pick up. In this game, you learn fighting, magic, and skill experience passively.
Use your stick.
Ignoring him for a minute. Creepy old dude telling me to use my stick. Ignoring him. In this game, you get other experience passively, and you have to pick up the general experience. There are certain foods that give you different sorts of experience, and you also get experience when you use that particular skill. If you one-shot enemies with your bow, or...
Well done, lad. The beetles are all dead. You can come out of the woods now.
You are creepy. Yeah, if you one-shot an enemy with your bow, or you make a good purchase, you get skill stats. If you use your sword a whole lot, then you get melee stats.
Good work, lad.
And if you use certain spells, you get a whole lot of magic
I
stats.
think you've earned yourself some pocket money for that.
Why, thank you.
If you want more gold, I'm sure the servants could use your help with something. Or you can get an early night.
Do you wish to leave your child behind? Well, no.
Come and see me.
There are a few extra things I want to get done. It's really important that you, well, I guess it's not too important, but it is nice to get some of this experience early on, because some quests get really easy if you have a certain spell or ability. And you can only really get that spell or ability really early in the game by completing these little quests. Some quests only become available if you're good or if you're evil.
I have to make an
Not really important.
Thanks. Thank you so much. Have this.
Anyway, you pick up the cooking apples, you give them to her, she gives you a blueberry pie. That'll be nice for later, when you actually lose health. Up in the upper right corner, there's the mini-map. And I think I'll go ahead and explain that now. On the top left, there's that thing that occasionally brings up numbers and an eyeball. That's how many people can see you. If you want to sneak around, then you have to keep the eyeball closed. Like that. when it's slitted. No matter how many numbers there are, as long as that thing's slitted, none of those people can see you. When it opens, that means that you are in plain view of them. On the upper right-hand side is the time of day. You got a day cycle and night cycle.
I think we're discussing whether I ran to the demon door. Right then, get to the
Demon doors, run. The green dots on your mini-map are where optional quests are. The arrow is, of course, you. And the little glow they've got there is your line of sight. And I've got to make it to that demon door. Demon doors are doors with faces on them. If you complete a certain task for them, they will open, but they'll only open if you complete the task while they're watching you. Like, there's one door where you have to get a combat multiplier of 33 plus. If you don't do it while he's watching you, then it doesn't count.
You didn't even get to the demon door. No chance. You again? You didn't. Right then.
And then, it's wrong. Anyway. Doing the stupid quests, running. It's usually not that hard for me, but you do have to cut corners. And if you don't cut corners right, then you'll actually slow down, and it's a hassle. Basically, you have to get to this island, and then turn around. You want to have reached the island by 25 seconds, and you want to be back at that first bridge at least 10 seconds. At the very least. There, I'm at 12 seconds, so I'm not doing too badly. This should count.
You're the most arrogant. That's amazing.
There. You only have to beat it by 1 second if you get a little bit of money. As you can see, there's one more green light, and it's in here, and it's actually up the stairs. Up in Maze's room.
The journey's length is of no consequence. The Oracle must be protected.
How can you be so sure? We might need you in here. Who knows what battles we might face?
The signs are too strong to ignore. The Northern Wastes have been too long isolated from the Guild. There is much I may learn there.
Well, I hope nobody thinks you're running away from a fight, trying to cheat death again. You know how people talk.
Talk is of no matter to me. May death close his eyes to you, Maze.
What are you waiting for? Come in. That was Scythe. He was a great hero once, back when he had flesh on his bones and blood in his veins. He's just a shell now. What does he know of the choices we have to make, of what it takes to get things done?
Alright, obviously, Maze and Scythe don't get along. And I think that's some wordplay, actually, because Maze is, of course, an old term for corn, and a scythe is what you use to cut the corn stalks back in them olden days. And it's kind of weird. Scythe is an undead-looking dude. And you don't see him a whole lot in the game. And actually, that whole sequence right there only happened because this is the Lost Chapters expansion. You don't see him at all in normal versions.
You look tired of your training.
The Guild was now the boy's life. The memory of the Oakvale flames still scorched his mind, but soon he had no thought other than training, and he became stronger and more agile with every passing year. His days were filled with grueling exercises, the nights with study in the library. Finally, he was ready to become a Guild apprentice, just as Maze had foreseen. The real training was about to begin.
Get out of bed, lazy bones. We were supposed to meet the Guildmaster on the other side of the river, but that was an hour ago. We better get going. Reese, you there?
Race you there, huh? Well, I know a secret way. Actually, it's not a secret way. It's just a much faster way than the way she's gonna go. If you go this way, and voila, we're outside already. She's gonna go all the way down to the map room and out. We've already beat her.
Late again. You do seem to have a problem giving up, lad. You can put that old stick away. We'll begin training with real weapons now. Get used to the weight of this sword, and let's see if you can hit Whisper with it.
Okay.
Come on then. Let's see what you've got, farm boy.
You're not supposed to know how to do that, but I do it anyway.
Oh,
It's not like it's hard to figure out. Your sword glows, and there's this little glowy X at the bottom.
Now pay
It's not hard
attention.
to figure out.
What I'm about to teach you could well save your life one day. The life of a hero is a dangerous one, and you must learn to block your enemy's attacks if you expect to live long. Whisper will try to hit you, but you can block her attacks with your sword. Not all blows can be blocked, but you should be able to handle anything Whisper can throw at you.
I don't know. She looks kind of tired. Alright. I barely ever use block, but it is
Can't stop
available.
every time.
Basically, you just have to hold the button down. Not hard.
Well done. Now let's
Oh boy,
see
who's
you
that?
combine attack and defense. Ah, hello, Thunder. Come to check on your sister's progress, have you?
You could say that. Whisper told me you've got a training with some farm boy.
Maze thinks the boy has great potential.
Enough to keep up with my Whisper.
Well, why don't we see? Whisper and the boy are just working on their melee skills now. All right, children. Let's see who has learnt the most in their training. This will be a no-holds-barred duel, just like your final melee test. Prepare yourselves.
Hit me. You gonna hit me? No? Okay, I'll hit
How
you.
did that?
That's all wrong, Whisper. You need to practice more.
That was easy.
Shame you couldn't see me fight in the arena. You might have learned a thing or two. Keep training if you want to go there yourself one day.
I could have beaten him if you hadn't stopped us.
We have few enough heroes as it is, without the two of you tearing each other apart in training. Speaking of which, meet me as I make my way to the archery range, when you're ready to continue your lessons. Oh, and about your melee performance. Excellent. Fight like that in your melee exam and you'll do well. Then meet me by the archery range to continue your training.
Alright, that was easy enough. Alright, so yeah, we got our
Master.
tests.
A powerful man.
A powerful man. Anyway,
Are you ready for your archery training?
see how that green dot is moving on my minimap? That's the melee test dude running down to go to them down there. We'll deal with him later.
Let's continue our training with the bow.
You want to remember to go back and do your
To begin
tests,
with, see if you can hit the 3 stationary targets.
because you get some good stuff for it.
The longer you pull back your bowstring, the more damage you perform. But make sure you stay within the circle. Now, lock onto the target.
Easy peasy.
Well done! You hit all the targets. Unfortunately, most foes don't stand still. So let's see how you fare against moving targets. You have a minute to score as many points as you can. The front target is worth 1 point, the middle one is worth 3,
and the one at the back will score you 9 points. And remember, the longer you pull back your bowstring, the more damage the shot will cause. More damage means more points, but you have to balance power, firing rate, and accuracy. Let's see what you can do.
Alright.
Come on, lad. Get your bow out.
You really just want to concentrate on that back one. I figure that if you shoot right about here, you usually get him.
Plenty of power.
Sometimes that middle one gets in your way, though, and it's not a bad thing to hit him. He scores you about 12 points, which isn't bad. But you really want the guy in the back. He scores you about 30. Gotcha. And you want to get about 200 points, I think.
Excellent hit. Keep them coming.
Ah! Come on.
Excellent hit. Keep them coming.
There.
Very good.
Seem to be out of practice here. I can usually get about 200. Oh, there you go, 200.
Excellent shooting, my lad. Do that in your skill test and I'll be most impressed. Next, we will learn about the ways of the will. Speak to me when you're ready to continue with your training. I'll be heading to the island by the waterfall.
Alright. Actually, I think I might have gone a little bit too long with this video. Nah, who cares? I'll just split it if I have to.
Any apprentices want to practice melee combat?
Hurry up and get to where you gotta go. Before I forget, there's one more quest you can do, and you can only do it right after you've done your shooting test, and it's this dude. This is an evil quest. The quest is to shoot down the birds with your bow. I'm not going to do it because it takes way too much time, but it's good to know that it's there. Anyway, we'll do this
There's just the will left.
will test, and then we'll stop.
It's time to learn about will powers. We'll begin by striking these strong doubles with one.
Ah, too much water music, too much water noise. I'm not really surprised. There's like 3 waterfalls right here. Anyway, but was it that one?
That's it. See how many you can hit in half a minute. Only attack doubles that are facing the center of the island. You won't get any points for hitting one on the back. You'll only waste valuable mana. Using your willpower depletes your mana, and once used, it takes time to replenish.
Alright. I think this might also be the only Fable that uses mana. I think Fable 2 might use mana, but I don't remember. Anyway, this is easy. The auto-target pretty much catches it and automatically moves it. You just have to be a little bit quick. Dang it. And you have to not do that. Anyway, you only need to hit 15, which is really, really easy. In your actual test, you might need to hit about 20, maybe 30. But that's way easy, so it doesn't really matter. I got 21. That's not bad.
Excellent use of magic. Well done. Very good. You have learned the 3 hero skills. We can now move on to your final test. Ready? Or you can spend some more time exploring the film. I believe the Whisper is about to go into the ruins if you wish to join her. Very well. I'll be in the map.
You want to choose play. It says continue or play. I don't really like that. Anyway, oh look, it's getting nighttime. Spooky. And look at that. Is that the moon? Might be the moon. Probably is the moon. Anyway, I'm going to stop it here. Bye, guys.
Guildmaster, training any nice young men?
You are creepy.